그지마다 어드그마다이 스그마다 그지마다이 우이 우스그다이 위그마 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 위그마.
It's Comedy Tonight with our guests Bob Dubac, Bob Somerby, Dave Kelly, Mix Lozinsky, and Bob Bacheldor. Some of America's brightest comics and who knows what else. Now here's your host, BillBoggs.
All one piece. Anyway, here's a man I first saw at LA's Improv. This is a fellow who believes that a whole library of great philosophy can sometimes have more to say about life than one cute little greeting card. This is Mr. Bob Dubac.
Thank you. Welcome. Remember, folks, when you laugh, please laugh as a group. Don't laugh out loud by yourself, because then people around you think you're slow and stupid, all right? Actually, I think I've found a way to get the country out of debt and get you out of financial debt. We enact a new law, call it the stupid law, which means you catch somebody doing something stupid in public, you can charge them $5. Get you out of debt in about a month and a half, wouldn't it, huh? You can go in an office building, push the button in the elevator button is lit. Somebody will walk right in front of you and push that button again. Hey, $5, let's go, pay up, pal, come on. That damn thing isn't coming any faster, let's go, $5, come on, pay up. Why? It's the law. What law? The stupid law. You never heard about it? You know why? Because you're stupid, that's why. Now you owe me $10. And if he pays you, it proves he's stupid, so charge him $5 more. Come on. I was just down south. People talk like this. How you doing? It's a great way of talking, but you only want to talk like that when you're in the South. You don't want to walk up here to New York going, boy, look at here, you got skyscrapers and, what's that, a bus on tracks goes underground? Well, I'll be damned! People in New York go, hey, $5, let's go, pay up, pal. Of course, it's a neat way of talking with a Southern accent. It's a very relaxed way of communicating, isn't it? You don't even have to move your lips when you talk with a Southern accent. It's like a bunch of ventriloquists down there, isn't it? Some poor bastard from New York walks into a bar in Montgomery, Alabama. A couple of rednecks look at him, they go, how you doing there, city slicker? Yeah, I'm gonna kick your rear end right to the state line. There's 10 of us here, you gotta figure out which one's talking to you too, don't you? I grew up in the South. I'm a Catholic. Like most Catholics when I grew up, I quit. I believe in the Freddie Flintstone religion now. Do unto others as they yabba dabba do unto you, I think it's kind of. Each religion has its own criteria to get to heaven. If you want to be Catholic and get to heaven, you can't have sex unless you're married. If you want to be Jewish and get to heaven, you can't eat pork. Now, come on. You had to make a choice. What do you think it'd be? Well, I'm going to abstain from luau's for the rest of my life. All right, Padre? I'm going for the flesh picnics over here, okay? Baptists are pretty weird. That's kind of like Christianity for fun and profit, isn't it? It's the Monty Hall approach to religion. You can keep that $50 or trade for salvation we have behind the curtain. What'll it be? Come on, I haven't got much time. What confused me the most about Catholics was the plastic Jesus. Now, you remember this thing? Dig it. They put it on the dashboard of the car so they don't get in a wreck. I think that's pretty silly. Put it on the hood of a car. That's where the accident starts, for crying out loud. Come on. This thing's not going to stop an engine from coming to your lap being on the dashboard. That's like putting it on your washer and your dryer so you don't get dirty clothes, isn't it, huh? Sounds a little hypocritical to me. If we're going to have plastic Jesus, let's have party tapes of the Last Supper and Pope soap on a rope while at it. Actually, you can snicker, but I think Jesus had a good sense of humor. Of course, you couldn't tell him a joke. You start telling Jesus a joke, he'll go, hey, I heard it. Not only that, I wrote it. But he had to have a great sense of humor. Can you imagine walking on water doing miracles? He must have been walking around going, $5. I think actually the main key is to have fun here all the time. In fact, I want to die laughing. I want to go out with a grin on my face. And I want to die somewhere that'd be fun. I think I'd die in a restaurant. Right next to a kid who won't eat his vegetables. And right when his mother says, come on, Bill, eat your broccoli, it's not going to kill you. That's when I go, boom! All dead with a little piece of broccoli hanging out of my mouth. Just to wig him out. Oh, I do have an album that's out. It's my first one. It's called Nothing in the Sleeve. Zit. It's $5. You get a special bonus when you buy this album. That's this. This is a portable hole. Think about it. Lock your keys in your car, slap that on the windshield. Reach in, get your keys. Pull them out. They also make Great Polish earmuffs. And wait. There's a quick impression. My impression of the Pope. Ha! You missed! You missed!
All right, our next performer is a consumer reporter who says he would still gladly take his chances with red dye number 2 if it meant bringing back red M&Ms. Here's Bob Somerby.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So, consumer time, huh? I knew you would be here tonight, so I went out to the supermarket and purchased some breakfast foods. We have breakfast foods in our society that defy description or belief. Many of these are foods you may wish to be warned against using in your home. For example, a couple of weeks ago, for the first time in my life, I'm in the supermarket, I'm looking at the cereal shelf. Suddenly I find myself staring at these. Instant grits. Instant grits. Thought right away came to my mind, who is in this much of a hurry? I got a couple of minutes, I can wait, okay? Look at this part, cooks in the bowl. I'll be on the porch, thank you. Some things I don't need to see with my eyes. I'll accept on faith that it happened. We find out in the back of the package who's in that much of a hurry. Here they are. Grits lovers. Yeah, grits lovers. There's 4 of them nationwide. They're pictured here. They want their grits, and they want them now. Many of you are probably saying, Bob, share with us a new cereal aimed at the adult in our society, a new cereal for the adult. Well, that, of course, would have to be new Crispix. Yes, Crispix, a crisp cross of corn and rice. Oh, pretty much the blend I've been looking for in a breakfast food. Now, can you believe this? Look how big they are. Whoa! Ouch! Do you know in this entire box, there is only 1 Crispix? You've got to smash it with your fist before you can eat the food. Look at that monster. Can you believe that? Do you know I left one on my porch? And now bees live in it. It's incredible. People get fooled by the name Crispix. It sounds plural, doesn't it? No, remember your Latin studies, ladies and gentlemen. 1 Crispix. 2 or more Crispices. I think you knew that. Here's a type of cereal you never should buy. Generic cereal. Supermarket cereal. Do you know how you can tell right away something is wrong? Look at this. It's the same on both sides. Can you believe that? They're not giving anything away. Here on the package, beautiful picture of the breakfast feast. Do you know what that picture represents? They tell us in the corner. It's a serving suggestion. Hey, just a suggestion. Yeah, that's there for the consumer who buys the cereal, but has no real idea how to eat it. They seem to be suggesting you might want to work with a bowl, sure. Get yourself a bowl, start from there. Sometimes you can tell from what they're giving away just who the cereal is aimed at. Here's one of these cereals aimed at the adults. Bran Flakes. Look what they're giving away. A free garden trowel. Aren't the kids just begging Mom and Dad to get this one? Johnny can have his own garden plot. Now here's a cereal that knows what to do. Frosted Flakes. All right. Yeah. Look what... An old favorite. Look what they're giving away. Free. A Dairy Queen sundae. Kind of rounds out that well-balanced meal. I think you can see what the parents are telling the kids. They're saying, kids, you finish every speck of your sugar Frosted Flakes. Then you can have something sweet. Some of the big supermarket chains are really overdoing the generic packaging. Perfect example. Hold on to your hats. Boy, here's cornflakes that pretty well jump off that shelf, huh? Yes, but warning to the consumer. I think you know what I mean. They're easily mistaken for soap powder. So don't let that happen to you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Somerby. Thank you. All right, now we're not sure whether this next guy is a good old boy or a bad young man. Mr. Bob Bacheldor.
The official greeting in the South. What you doing? Chop 2. I'm on 5'8", 6-pack a day. I don't know what you... I'm on. I'm on up there, I'm on down there, I'm on over there, I'm on back there, I'm on and out over and I'm on over, I'm going home there, watch the comedy tonight, that's where I'm on to. Well, I ain't. Yaller! Smatter at you. Gonna be a good time. Wanna go? I suppose so. That's the way my dad used to get my attention when he couldn't, when he wanted me to do some work. Come here for a minute. Hey, you come here for a minute. Get over here. Get out there, pick up the house, dig the basement, put a pool on the roof, get an elevator in the garage, uproot them sequoia trees with your bare hands, get out your Cub Scout knife, whittle them down to toothpicks, get inside to help your ma, and bring me my Bowie knife. I want to clean out mirrors or something. Mom and them. This is my mother and her peer group. That is, yeah, Mom and them's down at the bus station. I'm gonna pick them up. When I get back, your room better be clean, young man. Know what I mean? I just thought it was a narcotic, I think, was the problem. Don't you? Don't you, Mama tells you. Hey, boy. That's what Mom says after dinner. Did you have enough to eat? You want some more? Yeah, give me one of them taters. Taters? Here you are. I gotta go. Appreciate it.
Up next, Mick Lozinsky and Dave Kelly.
All right, here's a man who saves a little time each day by reading all the problems in Dear Abby, but never reading the advice. Mick Lozinsky.
I just turned 30 years old, and I'm the only boy in my family. When I go home to visit my folks, my mother treats me like a little baby, and I have to say, Mom, I'm a grown man, don't make such a fuss. And she gets that attitude like, hey, never mind, you are still my little boy. And when you come home to visit, I expect you to act that way. So while she was taking a nap, I stole 20 bucks out of her purse. You know, my mom thought I was an angel, but I think all mothers think their kids are good kids. And it's the other children that are corrupt. It's always those other kids. In high school, my mom thought all my friends were taking drugs. They were. I was selling them to them. You know, that's why we had fathers. Fathers knew what was going on, but sometimes they were too overly suspicious. My dad was. He blamed me for anything. He was. I remember him reading the newspaper and coming across this article. Lee Harvey Oswald shot. Mick, get in here! And I'll tell you something, that tone of voice meant you're getting hit. It also meant he was going to say something very stupid like, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. I said, are you going to spank me on my knee with your groin, Dad? Or he could say something that confused us, like, you asked for it. And that was confusing because we never remembered. Sometimes, though, you couldn't resist those wisecrack answers. Remember, I was like playing in the backyard with my friends. My father comes out on the porch. He goes, Mick, Get over here. You asked for it. And I had an audience, so I went, hey, I changed my mind. How about this? How about your father's finger right in your face, and he'll still say, just who do you think you're talking to? I'll tell you one thing, Porky Pig is not the right answer. Guys, I tried it. My sisters loved it because they got to watch Porky Pig beat me silly. And they enjoyed it. You know what? I'll tell you something. Brotherly and sisterly love doesn't come into effect until later on in life. I have 3 sisters. I love them dearly now. But when we were younger, it wasn't always like that. That's why I don't think I could raise kids. I don't think I'd have the patience. And it does take patience for things like this. I remember the first time my parents went out to dinner without the use of a babysitter. Now, of course, they left the phone number of the restaurant just in case of an emergency. Half hour later, my sister calls to tell my dad to tell me to quit looking at her. Mother said some brilliant stuff. Your father would beat you. Your mother would immediately run up to you and go, are you happy now? How about playing outside? You come running in the house and leave the door wide open. Your mother would look at you and actually say, were you born in a barn? I said, hey, weren't you there? Then there were the threats. Do I have to go get the belt? Which meant your dad was too lazy to hit you. Think of it, Saturday afternoon, he's sprawled down on the sofa watching sports. You act up, he goes, hey, do I have to go get the belt? You should have called his bluff. You should have said, yeah, you lazy bum, go get it. Okay, you see this here? This is a smirk. My dad was very good at wiping those off of my face. But when you think about it, you really needed your dad to do it because we couldn't get him off. You'd be at the dinner table, you get a smirk on your face, your dad would say, get it off or I'll wipe it off for you. And all you can think is, do it, because it's too funny, Dad. And he had no problem removing it, right? He'd go, smirk would leave like that. And then it would go over to your sister's face. So, you know, I sometimes get mistaken for a famous actor. If I'm swimming in a pool and I get out my hair slicked back and I go, yeah, they go, Flipper? And then if I put on sunglasses when my hair's slicked back, I look a little bit like this guy. Okay, first of all, I'd like to explain why it is every time you see a photograph of me, I'm wearing dark sunglasses. Just so happens most of the time I'm stoned to the bejeezers belt.
And this is Dave Kelly.
I'm a people watcher. I like to go out to the nightclubs and watch the guys because a lot of guys think they're more attractive if they put on a fake accent. Like a guy will walk up to a woman and say, "You're having a good time, yes, no?" I'm looking for the right woman for me. Last night I had a date with a brilliant woman. She has a master's degree from William and Mary, Larry, Moe, and Curly. I said, do you want to go out with me? And she said, certainly, but what? The right woman must be somewhere. Perhaps she is here. What is your name?
Lori.
Lori, that is a beautiful name. If we were going out, I would want to buy you a drink. What do you like to drink?
Beer.
So do I. What a coinky dink, huh? You know, when I was a younger man, I used to drink Valium daiquiris. But I had to stop drinking them because one night I was walking home and I slipped into a coma. I want you now. I feel like we are one, like you are me and I am you and you're the Eggman and I am the walrus. Cuckoo-ca-choo. I want to spread whipped cream all over you for a week. and lick it off of you for a week to 10 days. I want to see you open your robe and let it fall to the floor, revealing to me your beautiful naked body. Or not completely naked, you could have something on, maybe some oil. Perhaps a helmet. I want to put raisin bread in your cleavage. In the heat of our bodies pressed together, we'll make cinnamon toast.
Ooh, it sounds appetizing. We'll be right back. Okay, thanks to our guests Bob Somerby, Bob Dubac, Dave Kelly, Mick Lozinsky, Bob Bacheldor, and our announcer, Mark McEwen. Listen, I heard that you're planning on getting married, man.
Yeah, I am. I don't know if my parents will approve because, well, they haven't met Mark yet, but, I am. Her name's Cindy. She's wonderful. She fishes and plays golf, and,
Really?
yeah.
In that order?
Yeah.
How long have you known her?
Just met her backstage, but I know it's real. she's beautiful.
What are you doing after the show, guys?
Going to your place, Bill.
Big party. Really?
You're not invited.
How about you? Headed back to the coast?
Yeah, I'm going back tonight, late.
How late?
As soon as I can catch a ride. I'm gonna be out there. I
It'll be
got
a
my
nice
thumb
trip,
out.
I guess.
They're gonna tell me bus ain't coming, boy, but I'm coming.